my collective. So, let's talk about shit. Yes, we're smoking a joint together today. I don't give a fuck. Okay, we doing it. I wanted to first shout out Bryson over at Oh Boy Customs for making my shirts a possibility. Well, it's more than shirts. You guys will find out. But this is the debut of the merch line. I wanted to start with, see how it works out. I'll link things in the description for you so you can get one yourself. I also want to do a giveaway, which will be coming up soon. And then I was going to also link Bryson under there, so that if you guys need custom prints, you know the guy. He is the best. Very fucking fast. Like I expected like I'd have to be waiting a while, and he was like, bam, on it. It was really fucking fast and really cool how it just like it all played out. I was like, yes, and he has a beautiful fucking family. I don't know. I couldn't have picked a better person to collab with on this. So I'm very excited about that, and I'm very excited about bringing more into the world, right? Because I mean, look at me. Who dresses like me? Come on. I have a fashion sense that just does not exist here. So for those of you who are also in that boat, I got your back. I fucking feel you. We're gonna have fucking tunics and shit, whatever we need. Because the problem with fashion today is it's so future oriented, right? And what we don't really think about is like, what if we made things that are more individual oriented, right? Like something based on like real people who really fucking exist, who really care about certain things, who love colors, I could get this printed in any color if you guys aren't all about colors. But I feel like color theory is kind of a cool thing, and that's part of what I'm playing with here. With my, when I took photography, in college, sorry, I'm getting stoned, and I start slowing down as I get stoned. But yeah, when I took photography in college, I learned all this shit about colors, where it was like, just how certain colors can bring certain moods, and then it helped me understand auras, where I was like, oh, okay, so that's like the projection of these moods, and the projection of these energies. Like, you start catching on, to, oh, sorry, I was straight here, to, like, how colors really influence our lives, and really, on a psychological level, influence us. Like, green is a fucking awesome color. Okay, like it's almost everybody's favorite color at some point in your life, right? Everyone fucking loves green. Green I feel like connects me more to nature, but I like fun, so I wanted to bring out the brightest fucking aspect of green for this shirt, because I was like, you know what, fuck it. I love nature and I want to be loud about it. Okay, they're gonna see. And it's kind of like I don't know, I feel like color theory is really important, and if I can in some way bring more color into your lives, or like show you a different way colors can be used, like maybe you guys might appreciate it, okay? I don't know, I'm just being stoned and running ideas with you guys. Through this project, I've also I wanted to focus on like a global issue, which on my Facebook, I kind of started this discussion where we kind of look into a global issue. And I was like, if I could benefit one thing with all that I do, because I've been really thinking about where do I invest myself, like what is something, because I do want to think on a larger scale of helping people, but I don't want to do it in terms of like politics and fucking media drama and all that. I want like a real life world problem, and I want to lay it down like a fucking mathematic equation in front of me, and just from point A to point B, trial and error, whatever it takes, I want to work on improving it, or like finding a solution, because to every problem there's a solution. Mathematically we've proven this, right? So with so let's do something, like if every problem has a solution, because it is the energetic balance that if something exists, its exact opposite exists, right? So it's like, I feel that there has to be this, like, something where we can all kind of bring our heads together and start problem solving, and and I'm hoping to really invest into something like this, for the long haul, for the real life, because I'm not one person. I'm not a person who wants to sit there and be like, here's a problem, here's a problem, here's a problem, well, let's talk about it all fucking day long until we go crazy. I just, if people don't see a solution, I don't even want to look at the problem, right? Because I'm just like, you're just complaining. You're not even like, where's the solution? What are we trying to do about this? If there's nothing you can do or will do about it, we don't even bring it up. In my opinion, don't even bring it up. So, because I'm a very action-oriented person. When I say I want to do something, I fucking do it. Even if it takes a while, I still do. When I say I want to do something, when I was a kid, I remember fucking drawing clothes and, like, having my little sewing machine and shit. And it's like, like, why would I give up on something like that? That's silly. So, I mean, that's part of it too, is, like, kind of getting in touch with your inner child in the process of being a grown-up. That's a weird fucking, transition for me. It's like trying to enter adulthood with a Peter Pan mind. Like, I will not let the fucking man make me grow up. I will not let them do that. You will still catch me climbing the trees on the streets. I don't give a fuck. Like, but like, I just refuse to let anything kind of make me grow up, and so this is kind of part of it. It's like my childlike rebellion to be like, psh, everybody says we can't do that thing, so we should do that thing. It's like when you're a kid and your mom's like, you cannot have a cookie, and you're like, no, I have to have a cookie. Like, Ma, please. It's like, and then you start fucking becoming 007 to find fucking ways to get to the cookie, and it's like, dude, that's what my mind is like. And people tell me that these problems are not solvable. And I'm like, you cannot tell my mind that something is unsolvable or impossible, because I refuse to believe that. Scientifically, I know too fucking much to accept no solution. Okay? And I'm like, if I have to be up all night doing math equations to kind of point this fucking shit out to you guys, why we can solve any fucking problem on the planet, because it just takes a level of rebellion, childlike rebellion. Okay, it's like we have to be like, because people, the naysayers, they're always like, well, what if so and so doesn't approve, or what if they have this action, and I'm like, those are all a bunch of fucking what ifs. What if we fucking tried? Like, what if we stopped talking about it? And we fucking tried. So we came up with something that we wanted to work on. Plastic. That's a big fucking one. I'm honestly, like, I'm sitting here brainstorming. We've been talking about, like, nuclear energy, to really cut down the pollution, like, things like that. And which is kind of crazy that we would talk about energy. Because, like, energy's kind of a big deal, and especially with all the access to renewable energies, I was kind of like, dude, that's the perfect one. That's the perfect problem to start looking at right now. The bigger the dream, the better the dream, right? So it's like, so let's start looking into an energy and how we could, even on a person-to-person basis, because we want changes to be implemented, small scale to large scale, right? So you want something that is easily accessible by everybody so that we have a renewable source, but I know you guys are like, who's this 30-year-old woman just spewing out random shit like this, wanting to save the world? I'm not trying to save the world. Well, I'm not trying to save humanity. I'm trying to save the world. That's, Earth, people, kind of. All right, I've decided. You guys are conscious enough to decide if you want to save your damn selves. That's where I'm at, okay? But with the Earth, though, and these energy things. I was helping Greg Warnock when he was, well, I didn't really help him much, honestly. I did a lot of talking to him. I mostly was like picking this guy's brain when he was running for city council. And Greg Warnock was a really fucking cool guy. He was really big on the renewable energy front, right? He was like talking about building things and doing things. And I was like, and all this brought me back to Greg Warnock. And I was like, I haven't even talked to him. He doesn't even know I'm like doing this video. I'm still brainstorming ideas, guys. But it made me think about him. And I was like, dude, he was a really fucking big dude, at least in our community, in the fucking energy department, right? And so I'm like, okay, if I'm thinking like in actualities, right? Like a grown up, but like a kid at the same time, okay? Like I'm up here. I'm the medium, guys. So I'm thinking, if I'm actually going to solve this problem, right? Well, I'm not actually. We are going to actually solve this problem. If we're going to actually solve this problem, if we're going to actually look at this problem from the perspective of wanting to solve it, because if I will not talk about an issue that I am not willing to make a step towards solving. How about that? Okay, that's where I stand. That's my childlike rebellion, where I'm like, you can't make me talk about anything bad, okay? And if I can't solve it, if it is not for the purpose of bettering a situation, don't talk to me about a fucking problem. And I think you guys should know that by now if you've been watching my videos up until now. Don't talk to me about a problem unless you want that shit solved, right? If you're just trying to vent to somebody about problems that you don't actually plan on solving, find somebody else. Okay, I hear from people who don't want to grow. Okay, I know everyone's like, I thought you wanted to save the world. I do, from people who don't want to grow. Like, come on. Okay, like we're so busy demonizing the fucking millionaires and billionaires who aspired for something. But we can't even talk about our own inability to fucking get off of Netflix for 30 minutes to invest in something other than making your boss super fucking rich. Right? Like, I don't know. I just feel like at this point we need to have new narratives. And if we're going to bring up problems, we need to be bringing them up with the intention of solving them. Like, bottom line, the intention of solving the problem. That's what we need. Otherwise, don't talk to me about jack shit. Don't talk to me about any issue if we are not in the process of solving it. Bottom line. So that's something that I'm working on. And I'm including that in this video because I'm hoping that whoever watches this might have some ideas. And might want to run them by me. Or, whatever. We can probably start like a group or whatever. And like start networking amongst each other and kind of see what kind of solutions we can come up with. Because that's the beautiful thing about the internet is these videos, these everything, they can reach random people all over the world. Who knows who this could reach? So, yeah, let's start doing that. Let's start coming up with ideas. If you have ideas, I don't care how big the idea is. I don't care how fucking outlandish it is. I don't care how fucking scary the idea is. I want to hear about it because I want to start implementing some shit. I feel like, you want to live in a world where we live free of our government. This is how you do it. We have to solve our problems on a personal level, right? And I'm not saying that we need to live free of the government, but I need you to understand, like, if you, like, in a world that's trying so hard to rebel against the government and all that, we need to understand how that's done. We have to have things in place to be able to handle certain situations that we have been relying on the government to do, So it's like the people need to rise up. It's no longer the 1% and the 99. We're the 100%, here. So as the 100%, we are all 100% responsible for what happens here. We're responsible for our personal actions and what is going on here. And so, if we're responsible for our personal actions, we can take steps even today to start fixing these problems, right? And hell, I don't give a fuck if you're going outside with a trash bag and cleaning trash around the neighborhood. I don't give a fuck. It's solving the problem. It's working. It's helping, right? And so we're gonna fucking do some shit. We're gonna come up with some solutions. We're gonna figure something out. Because that's what the human race is supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to do. Otherwise, what the fuck are we doing here? I know I said I was gonna read, but I would rather just kind of hang out with you guys for a second. I'm always reading you guys. I know all of your energy so personally, right? So personally. Like, I've fucking sat in your goddamn living room and watched your life. That's how personally I feel about my viewers. So, you guys get to talk to me about something I fucking care about for once, okay? You guys get to sit here and listen to me while I smoke my joint and go on my stoner rant. Because, honestly, like, yes, I am here for you, but we gotta reciprocate this a little bit, okay? Like, I need more of your feedback. I need more, hearing back on, like, what's going on. I need updates from you. Where are you in your stories? Like, I need to know, okay? Like, sometimes I'm not sure, like, if we're, like, past a situation or, like, if we're going through a situation. So, like, little things like that will help me. Because, like, fucking for real, guys. I'm so invested in all of your stories. And I don't know, it's the life I want, though. I love it. So you guys have to be a little invested in me, too, for this conversation that we're having. Because I was gonna do a reading. And I was like, you know what? I just want to talk to you guys about some shit, okay? Because here's the reciprocal part. I want to talk to you about, like, some shit I got going on in my life and see what we can do to help one another, right? So not only am I offering a service to help you, but I'm asking for you guys to help me to help you and the earth, right? So if you guys can just brainstorm ideas with me, like, throw it in the comments, throw random crazy fucking ideas in the comments. I just want to see what we can do. Like, have you ever just questioned it? Like just fathom for a minute, like, sit there with a whole joint in your hand, and have you ever just thought, like, I can see how far I can run, right? Or I can see how high I can climb, or how long I can hold my breath underwater, right? We always do little things like that, right? We're like, let's see how far we can go with something. And then I was like, why not do that with actual things? Like, why not say, like, how far can we go as a society if we independently pursue something? As great as renewable energies and the pollution control or pollution problems and all that, I feel like I think I read somewhere that the ozone layer was like repairing itself. I'm gonna dig more into that. Send me links if I'm off base with that. Whatever, I like talking about that shit too. But I remembered, like, the last thing I had read was something like that, and I was like, well, dude, that's fucking cool. The ozone layer is, kind of healing itself, and it kind of shows how, like, the nature has a way of restoring itself. It's not so cut and dry, like the world is gonna end immediately, or whatever. And it's like, it's kind of like, live in such a way that even if it did end, at least you fought for it, right? At least you did something for it. At least you were like, you know what? I exist in this fucking life. Nothing makes sense, right? It's like some weird fucking hologram, matrix, whatever. I don't know what the fuck I'm in. But it's just, it's a game, And if we're not enjoying it to the fullest, what are we doing here? I mean, if you think about it, I think about how, like, I'm always with my intuition being guided in certain directions, certain whatever. And then I'm like, it's kind of like my player who has my controller is like, bro, go left, what are you doing? Like, in my ear sometimes I'm like, I'll be, just like, it's just that where my intuition just kind of kicks in and guides me like a fucking, like I'm in a video game or something. Like, and it's sometimes if you pursue it like that, like, okay, so life's a game, life's a dream. What the fuck are we gonna do with it? Have you ever thought about that? Like, oh, if I could lucid dream, what would I do? Well, you are lucid dreaming, so what will you do? Like, it's like myself is actually out there with the controller, and like my lower self is down here being the player. The thing that you guys see. It's kind of funny how that works out, but yeah, and that's like lately I've been really taking direction from my higher self and just kind of like, what am I doing? Like I want to help people because I want us to win. Okay, like I want the human race to win, to catch a win, at least for a generation or so. I know you guys are like, what a bitch. No, but I mean, the ebb and flow has to occur because people need to get the balls to fight for Earth again, right? That's kind of a, do you not see the fucking trend there? We've been fighting all these wars, but we never once fought for Earth. And when you fight for Earth, it's kind of a different fight. You don't fight with fucking weapons and things that could harm the Earth because you're fighting for the Earth. So you fight with love and compassion and building up your communities and starting local businesses and doing things that to help contribute something to the problem, like, or not to solving the problem. Sorry, to the problem. You already contributed. No, I'm kidding. But so it's kind of this energy of like, let's do something. Let's do something about it. I mean, why the fuck not? Are the grown-ups gonna tell us we can't do something about this problem, or we can't talk about it, we can't think about it? No, they're probably hoping somebody's gonna come up with a solution because they're running out of ideas. They're just reliving the past over and over. They're like, you know what? The Earth is in trouble. Let's go start a war. Make it worse. So it's like the grown-ups don't know what the fuck they're doing. Okay, it takes a real Peter Pan to show up and be like, dude, we got to rebel, but our rebellion has to be actual anarchy, not chaos, not stupid shit. It's like you have to fight what is already mainstream, what is already occurring. Like you have to fight against what the current energy is of the system, and right now the current energy is destruction, right, and chaos and fucked up shit. So in order to like do anarchy on a system like that, we have to literally show up being non-reactive to anger, being like our highest selves, like exhibiting the best aspects of ourselves, like just trying to embody love every fucking day. Sometimes I get to the point in my head where somebody will be grinding my gears and I'm like, I just repeat in my head, I'm like, I'm love, I'm love, I'm love. If I was their parent and they're just a little kid, like how would I handle this situation? And then I just kind of do that. It doesn't matter if that's an 80-year-old person being a dick to me, whatever. I'm like, nope, I'm going to handle it like I'm their parent and I'm directing them. Okay? Like, I don't care if they're older than me. You have to get into that mindset because then you are guiding with love, right? Not being a dick back to them. You're guiding with kindness. You're showing them an example of the kindness that they should have shown you, right? So it's kind of like you have to be a guiding light in your spirit, right? So like, I feel like it requires a whole lot of love to redirect the energy of the planet, right? The energy has been so, since the dawn of time, everyone's like, the world's ending. The world's ending. The world's ending. Da, 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 da. And you know what? The only thing that's ending is that old ass mindset. Okay? That's the only thing. The world is not fucking ending. We've already experienced all of Revelations. Okay? We've already gone through all of it. All of it. The pestilence, the war, the famine, the death, all the shit. We've literally seen it all. The beast of many heads, all the corporate heads, all the fucking politicians. We've seen it. It's all coming. The sky went red with all those fires. Like, come on. Fuck. Like, it's all fucking happened. It's all come to pass. And everyone's still like, no. And it's like, dude, the world is not ending. That fucking third dimensional mindset is ending. Okay, we're ascending into the 5D. Do you not see what's happening? New earth, new heaven, right? It's like a dimensional shift. It's not like, I don't know how to explain this. But I am explaining it. Okay, so I guess, yeah, it's a dimensional shift. It's like we're going from that third dimension into the fifth, right? We're going into that higher self existence, right? That's a higher vibration. We have to exist on higher vibrations. We have to live on higher vibrations, because I feel like that dimensional shift is going to put us in like different areas, you know? So I don't know. I would rather be part of the solution. I would rather be love in whatever case, whatever direction the earth is taking. I want to be an aspect of love, and I want to show the world, because what do you do when you love something? You put in work. You put in work, right? If I say I love the earth, guess what? I've committed myself to putting in work, because that's how I love. I love with action. I love with doing the thing, you know? So, yeah, this is me showing the earth how much I love the earth. I want all of us to brainstorm ideas. I don't care how fucking crazy it sounds. So let's do it. Let's do it. I know politicians. I know people. Okay. And honestly, like, even if I didn't, we would find a way. So yeah, namaste. I love you all. Let's figure it out.